When did the selling side come into it? Because you set up at a lot of shows now. I see you at the time, either content-wise or like just as a side bit as well. So when did breaks and selling and all that come into your mind? Because the original question I had here has already been answered in terms of, would you consider yourself a creator or a collector first, or a seller, let's say? Clearly there's a chronology to it all. So when did that point of selling cards and making it a business sort of come into your mind?
So I started Trade Week Cards
Mm-hmm.
with a really good mate of
Yeah.
mine who no longer likes cards.
Really?
He just completely fell out of love, which is why we obviously moved it on to new owners, which are doing really good job of it over in
Mhm.
Loughborough.
Yeah.
But yeah, we started that. This was during lockdown, so when the channel was quite quiet,
Mm-hmm.
we thought, because he was watching, I think it was Jackmate,
Yeah,
opening boxes of Prism.
Yes.
When back in the day you could sell a box of Prism,
Mm.
you could sell Burnley in a box of 2020-21 Prism for
Yeah.
15 quid.
Yeah.
If you get 15 quid for Burnley in this day and age, I'll tell you what,
Yeah.
you've got some deluded customers.
Yeah.
No offense to Burnley or anything, but the
You're
hobby,
not getting anything.
no.
So.
The hobby,
You might get a Josh Brownhill auto that everyone
Yeah.
seems to get, but that's about it. Yeah.
the hobby really boomed then,
Mhm.
and I guess like many other people that will come onto this show, they'll say the same thing. It was
Yeah.
during that lockdown era. We did Trade Week Cards.
Yeah.
We
I
started
hate that I
doing
wasn't
breaks.
involved at that point.
It
I'm
was a great
so
time.
angry with myself, but
But there
all
was
happens for a reason, I suppose.
there was a lot of other people doing soccer.
Yeah.
My mate Elliot, he was getting into F1,
Mm.
and this was the first year Topps released F1 Chrome.
That was a big year for them.
Bit massive, and we were probably one of the only breakers doing it when it first launched.
Yeah.
And that like catapulted us into new heights, where we eventually got a website selling breaks, and then got into the soccer market and started growing with that. So I owe a lot to F1 Chrome, to be fair, when it comes to breaking. And the first break I did, because all the breaks were done his end when he was at uni at Southampton, I did a Bundesliga match attacks pack by pack break, and that's where I met, again, loads of mates have come from doing breaks.
Yeah.
Like Lav, I know he's watching.
Yeah.
He wanted to mention. He entered that Bundesliga match attack break, and he's now one of the closest mates I've got.
Oh, brilliant.
So it's quite funny how it all works.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then obviously London Card Show came along, and that's when I've been there since the second one onwards.
Yeah.
I think I've missed one, maybe two since.
Every time I've gone, you've been there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I always try and make sure I am there, because it is the biggest card show in Europe.
Yeah.
Obviously, Harry's given me some great support, some nice words along the way. But that first show in the sports hall, it was weird because
you were at the first show in the sports hall.
the second one.
Second
Second
got
one.
you.
So I think there was 2 or 3 in the sports hall.
Mhm.
2, 4. I think it's 4 shows, Jeremy. Yeah. So we were at the second one in the sports hall, or the second or third in October 2021, I think it was, and it just reminded me of a boot fair.
Yeah.
Because you've got people set up with all their own cards, and I'm there like, these people collect cards? This many people?
Yeah.
I know Trade Weird obviously built up quite a decent following at that point. So
Yeah.
people came up to us, said, oh, we love the breaks and all that. But we were such novices when it came to a card show. We had loads of wax, which didn't sell.
Yeah.
We had 2 hot cards, were just too high end for people.
Yeah.
And obviously, this was just after COVID, so people didn't have too much money
Got you.
to spend on those big cards. So we did it all wrong. But it didn't stop us going to the next one, and then obviously Trade we stopped, did a couple shows just by myself as GBW, and then started Dub Breaks.
Yeah.
Which is going really well at the moment.
Brilliant.
Yeah, I always make sure I'm at these card shows
Yeah.
and doing breaks, and I want to bring some of my audience over to the more hobby end of things.
Yeah.
I've always
They're two, even though we're the same world, it is two
It's
completely
so
opposite
different.
ends of it. Yeah.
It's so different, and that is,
Scarily different.
yeah.
It's mad. Yeah.
and it's been so hard to bring the match attacks buyers over to Chrome and hobby, because they're kids.
Yeah.
They don't have. It's like me back when I was 12. Imagine my favorite YouTuber saying, "Oh, I need to spend 20 quid on
Yeah.
Crystal Palace others in a break." That's just
Or like, mummy, do you mind giving me 500 quid to get immaculate? Like
so you want to gamble
for 7
then,
cards.
basically.
Yeah, for 7 cards. Yeah, of course, son.
Yeah,
I was saving up for your college, but who cares? Do that.
Yeah, so and that actually goes to what I think Topps are doing brilliantly with their upcoming Premier League set,
Yeah, it looks
and
so
that
good.
is bridging the gap
Yeah.
between Match Attacks and hobby.
It was a long time coming.
A long
as well.
time coming.
Yeah.
And they've done really well to sort of develop, especially
Mhm.
since I started
Yeah.
as a company, to meet these trends and meet the new way of how cards work. And yeah, I've got nothing but respect
Yeah.
for the people at Tops for where they're at.
They've done amazingly. And you know, the card show side as well, like I've mentioned before, like as a buyer or just as a surveyor of it, purveyor I should say, like it was a tough thing for me, even despite going on socials. You might relate to this actually, despite being on social media, like it's a different world. So you're always a bit wary of what to say, what to touch, what not to touch, and how to do all this. Yours is a bit different because you probably knew a lot more about cards going into it than I did. But from what I'm getting from you now, and you've said it yourself, you're quite an introverted person. So how does that introverted person who, you know, went from people saying all these things that, you know, I know how they can sort of mesh in your mind as well, to actually go in front of people and start selling, like that seems like a massive leap. And was it initially quite difficult for you to go to do these sort of setups, or did you take to it a bit easier than you thought?
Yeah, it was difficult, but again, Tops have really helped me come out my shell when it comes to public filming and stuff like that. But yeah, I don't know how I do it, to be honest, because
do you just go into not autopilot, but to like a different sort of world a little bit?
GBW is a character, and it comes out when I'm in my own little office or when people ask me to do it. But even when I'm around family, it very rarely I show that personality.
Yeah,
I guess that's just the introvert in me. I don't like to go shouty and hello everybody, you know, that kind of, I know people love that so much, but yeah, so
you can't turn it on like just you can switch it on and off, but you can't keep it going because you'd burn yourself out.